Welcome to the Tepper School of Business Multimedia Series. For more information on the Tepper School at Carnegie Mellon, please visit us at www.tepper.cmu.edu/multimedia. And now, here's your selected video.
Hello, this is Jeff Becker of the Tepper School of Business. I'm here today with Baohong Sun, Associate Professor of Marketing. Welcome.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for having me.
Baohong, you've organized a case competition that takes place in China involving a number of top business schools in addition to the Tepper School. Tell us about this case competition.
Tepper started to send MBA students to China to learn about China economy or global economy, which I think is a great thing to do. They started last year, and this is the second year the students will go. So I was involved in organizing the logistics last year. So I always thought that the students, they want to learn, they spent 2 weeks in China. They need to learn something that is real. So they need to learn something not only from the company visit, talking to some top managers, giving some kind of a relatively high-level talk, but they really need to go to solve a real business problem that is about a Chinese company, that especially about how Chinese company established in the U.S. or U.S. company established in China, those kind of global issue of a real case. And another thing is that they need to mingle with the local students to experience the cultural difference. Because working on the same problem, if everybody is looking at the problem from the U.S. consumer's perspective, they're going to come up generic. Or kind of homogeneous conclusion. But they need to also talk to the local students, because over there the culture is very different, political system is very different. They have to, people over there, for the same issue, they're going to come up with completely different solution. So I want these two type of solutions to be presented so people can realize the difference. So I just think the students will learn more if they can look at the same problem, working on a real Chinese case, and also mingle with the local students and experience the cultural difference.
Without revealing what the case is exactly, what does it involve generally?
The case we're going to use for this year, for the first year, is going to be Tsingtao Beer. Tsingtao Beer. It's a case I wrote 2 or 3 years ago. If you go to a Chinese restaurant or Chinese supermarket, you can find the beer. This is the very first Chinese brand that was brought into the United States 30 years ago, right after President Nixon visited China, when they opened the door, China. So it's carries this political meaning. But after 30 years of operation, because of this kind of a political obligation. So the way Tsingtao Beer operate its marketing strategy in the United States is very different. It's kind of not very following the general or standard business practice. So after Tsingtao Beer, recently they also have Lenovo that took over the IBM, the manufacturing industry. They have Haier that is pretty aggressive, getting into the electronic market. They have many other consumer brands trying to get into the U.S. market. If you look at all the development path of this Chinese companies trying to establish a brand of Chinese brand in the United States, there are lots of lessons to learn. And it's totally new market. All these companies are experiencing not only culture shock, but also management. The way the Chinese company manage their business are very different from U.S. company manage their business. So there are lots of issues to be studied, to learn. So we want to bring our students to that, expose our students to those issues, make them think, and make them talk to the managers over there, talk to the students over there, talk to the high-level academic person over there, and then we're going to have a good forum to discuss these big issues.